Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking graphic novel review. Today we're finally doing one that I've wanted to do forever. I feel like I ordered this almost a year ago, and it took them forever to get it to me. Because this specific printing of this volume wasn't ready, and it's Redman Volume 1, aka Redman the Kaiju Hunter Volume 1. And I'm a fan of the little Redman show. I think it's fun. You know, it's a little difficult to binge, but every now and then, if you just want to watch a nice little fun Toku fight, you know, just pull up a little Redman, a random Redman episode. Then you're good. You're good. But as I said, I have the reprint of Redman Volume 1 with the exclusive cover. Pretty cool. The book is by Matt Frank and Goncalo Lopez. And let's not sit here and pretend Matt Frank doesn't do fantastic work. Let's read the back of the book real quick. He is Redman, the Kaiju Hunter, trapped in a desolate and yet somehow familiar world, populated with a vast array of the ferocious beasts known as Kaiju. Redman continues his endless riddle fight, battling tirelessly to cull the monsters. With each fierce battle, the mysterious, blood-spattered, quote-unquote hero sinks closer to his prey, ready to strike. This while a sinister form watches and records his every move. The original Redman television series from Subaraya Productions debuted April 24th, 1972. It ran 138 episodes, ending in October of the same year. Its penchant for unusual treatment of its main hero, as well for the creatures he dispatched each episode, led to the show finding status as a cult hit and internet phenomenon. Now artist Matt Frank from Godzilla and Transformers. Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters, specifically. Well, not Kingdom of Monsters. Godzilla Rulers of Earth, specifically. My bad. And colorist Goncalo Lopez, BioWars, Dodge City, bring the tokusatsu hero back to life on the pages of a new comic series. And no kaiju is safe! The team behind Redman the Kaiju Hunter has elevated the Redman character well above his place in the Ultraverse, both with the incredible artwork and the book's take on the Redman mythos. Kyle Yunt from Kaiju Cast. I used to listen to the Kaiju Cast. So, Volume 1 collects episodes 1 through 5 with bonus galleries. That's really issues 1 through 5, you know. Night Shining brought this to America for us. Thank you, Night Shining. And it's not really your typical book. It's almost entirely visual. Very little to do word-wise. You got little Redmon, which is like this Pigmon thing, and then there are some, at the beginning it's like some ferocious kaiju, like Earthtron and stuff, and then Redman's like, hey, what it do? And he fucks them up. And the fights are just very nicely done. I mean, the art's fantastic. Let's not sit here and pretend the art's not fantastic. And then Red Fight 2 is based on my favorite episode of Redman, which is where he's fighting Icarus in the bamboo forest. And as we know, Saiyajins in Redman are really the same as Kaiju. But they got a lot of character, you know, they bring a lot of character to it. Lots of facial expression that we don't really get in tokusatsu and stuff. Except they bring Gudon into it. My boy, Gudon. Lots of great Ultra monsters and etc. in this that he fights. Whew. But at the same time, he's going around, he's fighting all these monsters. Some of them provoke him and are being wild and monstrous, and it seems like he's justifying killing him. And then sometimes he wants to kill just monsters that are just hanging around. Because he's kind of known as the Red Phantom Killer by the fandom, because he's in the Redman show, sometimes he seemed to attack monsters that were just minding their own business. He's almost like and lots of fans were like, you know, looking back on Redman, he seems like a serial killer. Yeah, he's being watched by these cicada people, which is awesome. And then the Candy Gun one was great, because he kept, like, time kept rewinding, and then eventually, until Redman stopped killing him and ended up leaving him alone. It was pretty interesting. This book, it's less like a comic and more like a poem, if that makes sense. It's less like a comic and almost more like a poem, because it's like a visual poem. It's like really emotional without having to say almost any words, because there's like the very next story is about Black King and Dorako trying to convince Zorus to fight Redman with them because I don't think they can defeat him on their own. And there's like no dialogue. They just make these facial expressions at each other, and it's so well done. And of course, like Zoro's is just like a big brontosaurus basically, and he just wants to eat grass. He doesn't give a shit. So Black King and Dorako attack Redman by themselves, and it's a funnier one. But it also still has a really good fight. I think it's done very, very well. It's done so well. It's very funny. I really, really liked it. And then we get a Jiras book, you know, because let's face it, Jiras is more of a Redman monster than an Ultraman monster. How many times has Jiras appeared in an Ultraman episode as an actual villain and not as like a cameo or a flashback or something? Like once? Jiras has appeared multiple times in Redman. So Jiras is definitely a Redman monster, if you ask me. Then Redman has to fight all these giant bug-ass bitches. There's just so much going down in this book. But the whole time he's being watched by these mysterious cicada men that sometimes offer monologue. And it's like, it's really interesting monologue because it almost sounds like a TV announcer because they're just watching him on this TV and it's actually really creepy. And something about this Redman book, I feel like lots of people who are new to comics or maybe, new to kaiju and stuff might not really like it because it's very stylized and it's just interesting the way it's done, you know? Some people might say, well, this comic doesn't have really enough substance. But if you've watched the Redman show, then you really get what this comic is going for, you know? It's extremely enjoyable. Redman Volume 1 from Matt Frank and Goncalo Lopez is a must-have for any Redman fan. It's a must-have for any kaiju fan. Fans of Toku heroes will love it. You know, if you're big into Ultraman, Power Ranger, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Metal Heroes, that kind of stuff, pick this up. You know, pick this up from Night Shining, because it's quite good. And if you'd like some other cool stuff, be sure to check out our sponsor for this video. That's right, Comics Plus of Macon.com. Use coupon code HuntRocksMySocks to get 10% off your order. All that info is in the link in the description below. It'll take you to the website and give you the coupon code. Swagger. So that's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Next time we will do Redman Volume 2, which I actually have the first printing of. Still Matt Franking and Carlo Lopez. I mean, these days, if you're going to have someone draw Kaiju, you know, Matt Frank is the first choice in my opinion. Always. That's it. Thank you all once again. See y'all later.